Hello everybody and welcome to Birdsnest Designs. My name is Denise Cox and I am here today to share with you this fun pull tab card that we made in the Stamp of the Month Club for June featuring the Hey Birthday Chick set. This set is absolutely adorable. I love the great cards you can make with it. So here's our pull tab card. So you can see here's the front, and then when we pull this we have this mechanism here that opens up to this cute little greeting. And then inside the card, we also have another cute little chicken with another greeting. So I'm going to go through step by step how to make this card. If you're a member of my Stamp of the Month Club, then you already have your kit already pre-cut and scored for you. So I'm going to go through here piece by piece and show you guys how to put this card together. Okay. So there's a bunch of pieces here, but let's just start with the basics. So we've got a card base, Poppy Parade, scored in the middle. So let's just fold that up, burnish it so we have a nice crisp edge. And then in your kit, you've got a piece of Bermuda Bay. And this is going to measure 4 by 5 1/4. We can go right ahead and attach that to the front of the card. Okay, now it's very important when you're making this card that you go step by step, so not to get too far ahead of yourself. Okay, so there we've got that. We've got the card insert. If you want to stamp it, like I'm going to, then set it aside, because I don't like to stamp it once it's already attached. I like to stamp first, then attach in case I need to flip the paper, of course. Okay, so let's just set these 3 pieces aside. And then in your kit, you've got this little strip like this, and I've gone ahead and punched it off with a tag topper here. And this piece is going to measure, let me just grab my rulers, make sure, 2 inches by 6 1/4. It's scored at 2 inches and 2 1/2. And what I want you to do is, with the tag topper edge on your right, you're going to fold both score lines in like so. Okay, so we're going to burnish them so they're nice and crisp. And then this one is also going to be folded in. Okay, and now you've got this 2-inch square here, and you've got a 1/2 inch spine here. Okay, so here's what it looks like when it's all folded. Okay. Now what I want you to do is, in your kit you've also got a 2 1/4 inch square, okay, of basic white. Let's go ahead and stamp on that. So that is this piece here. So we're going to stamp with Let's Celebrate You, and we're going to we're going to stamp this cute little dancing chick. So I'm using Memento ink for mine because I am going to use my Stampin' Blends to color them in. Okay, so there's our first stamping done. And then quickly, I'm just going to give this guy some color with my blends. So I'm using Poppy Parade here to color in his hat. And going with the theme of the color scheme on the card, I'm going to use Bermuda Bay here. I'm going to pull in some pumpkin pie to color his beak and his feet. And then I'm going to use a little bit of light crumb cake. Just to highlight around the edge of where his feathers would be. Just to give it a bit of color. Okay, so there we go. There's our little chick all done like that. Okay, so now the next thing I want to do is I want to take this piece and attach it to our mechanism here. What's really important is that this edge here on the left is going to line up exactly with this 2-inch square on the left. So just like this, which is going to leave this spine open, and it's going to leave the back. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open this up, and I'm going to put my adhesive directly on to the Poppy Parade piece here. So this is about 1/4 inch wider, so I just want to center it, and then I'm going to just make sure that's straight and glue that down. Okay, so here is the first step of our mechanism. Okay, the next thing I want you to do is take this little piece here, and this is another square of Poppy Parade that measures 3 inches square, okay? This is going to be the background of the top of our mechanism. So what I want you to do to attach that is just on the spine. Again, it's very important that the left edge matches up exactly with the left edge of the spine here. And all you're going to do is attach on this piece. Okay, so again, I'm going to just put a adhesive on here. And then I'm going to take my square and I'm going to center it. Make sure those edges are nice and flush. Okay. And then I'm going to give it some pressure to make sure it's nice, good, and adhered. Okay, so this is what it's going to look like. All right. So the next piece you'll need is the Designer Series paper. So I've got that here, and you'll notice that I've cut out with my punch the classic label. This slot is slightly more to the right hand side, and that's the way you need to have this paper, so it's going to work. So with this, again, closest to the right, you're going to now take the tag topper edge and stick it through there so that your edge here pops out. Okay, so see how I've done that on the back? It's just floating like that, and we have it like this. So with that in place, what I want you to do now is just sort of situate the square here so it's more or less centered, and you still want to make sure that this whole of the tag topper is showing through. Okay, so we're going to open that up. Make sure to keep this where you want it. I'm just going to slide the whole piece over so you guys can see better. Okay, now on here, what I want you to do is put a piece of adhesive right down along the white edge. Okay, so I'm just going to... Okay. Now back to here, you're going to hold this exactly where you want it. Okay. And then you're going to close this down and give it some pressure so that that adhesive is going to stick. And then what you'll see is we have now got this mechanism down. Okay. So after having that, we're going to pull back our card base with the Bermuda Bay on it. And we're just going to adhere this onto our card. Now, of course, we want to make sure we're not putting any adhesive here because we need to be able to pull that. So I am going to put the adhesive up to the red tag on both edges. And then I'm going to put some right behind it here. Okay. And then I'm just going to center that onto the card. Like so. And then you can see that it's still working. Isn't that fun? I love this pull tab. So then we can go ahead and take the 8 inches of ribbon that you've got there, and we're just going to pry this up a bit. Feed the ribbon through the slot there. Pull it through, and then you're just going to tie a knot. And you can tie the knot however you want. I'm just going to tie it. This. Pull it through. Try and get that knot as close down to the cardstock as possible. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and we'll trim that at the end. So there we go, there's our card. So fun. Now, let's get the rest of this stamped. So I'm going to set this aside for now. You've got a 2 3/4 inch square of basic white in the kit that I've provided for you if you're a member of the club. We're going to use this adorable dancing chicken, and we're going to use the confetti stamp. So we'll start with the chicken, and we're going to stamp him right in the center of this piece of paper. Okay. Now again, I've used the Memento ink. For the confetti, I'm going to use the beautiful new Pale Papaya. And I'm just going to stamp this confetti in all 4 corners. Okay, just like that. Then we'll go ahead and we'll give our chicken a little bit of color like we did with the other guy. So I'm just going to use my my Poppy Parade. Give this some color here. And with my pumpkin pie to color his beak. And then I'm going to use the crumb cake again just to give it a little bit of highlight along the edges here of his feathers. Now you can color this in if you want. You could use a different color. You could just leave him completely white. I just like the look of this. Gives it a little bit of shading, a little bit more dimension. So we'll go ahead and highlight. All I'm going to do is run this marker along the edge here. And then of course on some of these marks here. Okay, so there he's done. I'm going to use some Stampin' Dimensionals, and I'm going to put one in each corner and one in the center, so 5 in total. And then that is going to get attached right onto the card front, to the front of our mechanism here. Okay, so we're just going to center that guy like so. So cute. All right, there's a 1/2 inch strip as well of Bermuda Bay. I'm going to go ahead and use my Banners Pick-a-Punch here, and you can see it's got 2 different edges to choose from, and it's got a multiple of different widths for the punch itself. And I'm just going to slide that right on into the end and then back it up a bit and punch that out to make this cute little banner edge. And then with Happy Birthday from our Hey Birthday Chick stamp and some Memento ink, go ahead and stamp that right on here. Okay. And then I'm going to attach it here, and there is going to be a little bit of overhang, and that's okay. I'm just going to snip that off with my paper snips. And then I'm going to put some dimensionals on the back of this Happy Birthday. Stick that right down on top of the chicken. Okay, so I'm going to line the edge up over top of the white. I'm going to go across the chicken. And there we go. There's our Happy Birthday greeting again on our little pull tab. So lastly, I'm going to stamp the inside of the card because I really do like how this turned out. And it's a lot of fun just to open up and see some more of these cute little chickens. So I've gone ahead with my Memento ink pad again. I've got the chicken with the balloon. Because it's a bit bigger of a stamp, I am just going to flip it over and make sure it's all well covered with the memento. I'm going to stamp him right down in the corner here. And then I'm going to stamp the You're Still a Spring Chicken. I love that. So cute. And I'm just going to go ahead and stamp that right here too. Okay. So again, let's just go ahead and color. And the Stampin' Blends really do make this so easy to color. I'm going to use my Bermuda Bay light to color in the balloon. Again, I like to tie in all the colors we've used on this card. So we've got the Bermuda Bay, the Poppy Parade, we've got some pumpkin pie. Okay, so there's the light. Highlight it with the dark. And then I'm going to go back in with my light just to pull that color in towards the center. Give it more of a highlighted look, like so. Again, we'll use the pumpkin pie to color in his feet. and beak. Some Poppy Parade. Here. And I'm going to use a little bit of the crumb cake just for up here on his tail. Oh, I've used the dark instead of the light, but that's okay. And then again on his face. Here. And his wings as well, we'll add some color to, just to break it up from all the white. Okay. And there we go. There is our insert. So I'm going to go ahead and put some adhesive on the back. Open up our card and place this right in the center. Like so. Lastly, we want to trim our ribbon. So I don't need it to be that long. Okay. So there we go. There is our pull tab happy birthday card featuring the Hey Birthday Chick that I featured in my Stamp of the Month Club for June 2021. So head on over if you want to find out more about my Stamp of the Month Club to createwithbirdsnest.ca. Under online classes, you'll see all of my class offerings, including the Stamp of the Month. I would love for you to leave me a comment and share this video. Subscribe if you enjoyed watching. Have a great night. Be creative. Take care, everybody.